What are 5 great Pokemon sealed products to pick up this month in August 2023? Some of them have been going up in price and some of them have been going down in price. Now is a great time to pick up some real good deals to add into your sealed collection, whether or not that is to collect, to open, or to invest in. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so today we're taking a look at TCG Player at another 5 great sealed products to pick up for this month of August, with some honorable mentions of course. Now with booster box prices going up and booster box prices going down, it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to be going on regarding these sets, because some of them, especially in the Sword and Shield era, they're on the uptick, but there have been some reprints as well which have had an impact. And in Scarlet and Violet, we're getting booster boxes that are under $100, which means they're a great steal. But first, let's get into today's sponsor, lowpoppin.market. If you are on the hunt for big top-end graded cards, they have you covered. From PSA 10s to Beckett Black labels, guys, they have it all for you. They have all of their stock listed over on their Instagram page, so you can go through and browse through their entire catalog of amazing graded cards. I mean, they are absolutely fantastic. If you necessarily don't have the funds right now, they can also buy your collections from you guys to help get the cards that you want to get hold of. But not only do they buy collections, but they also do trades as well. We all know we like trading, but they also accept trades towards the cards that you want to get. If you don't have the cash right now, buy the cards that you want. And on top of that, they also accept multiple payment methods and international shipping. Hey, I'm over here in the UK, so that's great news for me. So if you're looking at picking up some of these cards, or you just want to check out their store, make sure to click on the link in the description below, head on over to their Instagram page and their store, drop them a follow, and go and take a look. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright, coming to our first honorable mention, we have Fusion Strike. Now, Fusion Strike is a great set. I do like it. It's kind of grown on me over time, and booster box prices are going up. This is a set with really tough pull rates, but some really fantastic cards like the Gengar, and of course the Mute and the Espeon. $140, basically $150 for a booster box of Fusion Strike. Now over here in the UK, these are slightly going up. You can pick them up, reliably for about $120 a box. I think is a very, very good price. If you can find Fusion Strike booster boxes at $120 here in the UK, that's a good one. $150 though, it is on the uptick, and as you can see over the past 3 months, it's kind of been going up and down, but had a recent boost. If we go back the past month, we can see where this little bit of a boost and the boom came from. It went up by about $10, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a decent amount to go up in the past month. We go back over the past 6 months, we've seen these booster boxes go from $130 now up to that $150 mark. So it's gone above the, MSRP for a Fusion Strike booster box, and it will continue to go up. We're looking at a set which came out a while ago now. There's less of it around. People are starting to appreciate Fusion Strike more, similar to Chill and Rain. It was really interesting to see the booster box prices are on the uptick, but it is quite pricey. Another honorable mention is the brand new set Obsidian Flames. Normally I would put the brand new set in the top 5, but this time I'm not going to, and the main reason is, well, a few factors. One, this set is pretty well printed. There is a lot of it around. Booster box prices, as we can see, are at that $115 mark right now. It will drop. I can guarantee that this booster box will be under $100. I would suspect that this booster box will go to that $100 mark, similar to Paldea Evolved and Scarlet and Violet base, because when we hit that second wave, there's going to be a lot more product around. With talks of the hits in this set being heavily reduced compared to Paldea Evolved, so the chances of you completing a master set now is very, very strong, which to be honest is pretty good, especially if you're a collector. Then I expect people to buy less of this product. If you can get that really good pull rates, then people are going to buy less of this, which means there's going to be more of this around, just sat on shelves and everything. So yes, this has come out at a higher price point than Paldea Evolved did, and Scarlet and Violet base at that $115. I do expect this to drop. So yes, this will be a good pickup, but probably not right now for this month. Okay, coming number 5, we have Chilling Rain, Chilling Pain, similar to Fusion Strike, where we're looking at these two sets that everybody has now started to appreciate, and it is starting to tick up. We're looking at $145 for this right now. Now over here in the UK, this is actually more expensive than the Fusion Strike box. We already mentioned that Fusion Strike was about $120. Well, Chilling Rain, you're looking at above that $130. I believe it's like $135 on eBay. So it is actually higher and more expensive than Fusion Strike. So be careful when picking up booster boxes of Chilling Rain. Personally, I prefer Chilling Rain over Fusion Strike. I like more of the cards in the set. I like the theme and everything in the set. Tough set again, similar to Fusion Strike if you're going to open it. But booster boxes, we're looking at 145. And to be fair, over the past 3 months, hasn't really moved much. You know, dropped to as low as 140. Not really much has changed. We go back 6 months, again, hasn't really moved much. Unlike Fusion Strike, which had that little bit of a climb in rain, is sitting pretty, to be fair, pretty level now. Obviously, over the past year has gone up pretty well. You know, it did very well climbing up through the end of 2022. But recently, it's just kind of been level. You know, as you can see from February, roughly around, you know, January, February times, basically stayed exactly the same. So I do think it is a good pickup. It's still very good. The prices will start to push towards the end of the year. But as a rule, most booster boxes are kind of staying level. Not just in the Sword and Shield era, but mainly in the... is staying still. Most booster boxes are staying still in the Sword and Shield era, with some going up, but not by a huge amount. All right, number 4, we have the Scarlet and Violet base set booster box. Now, Scarlet and Violet is, I mean, it's a base set, right? It's not the best. It's not the most impressive. You know, Miriam's the top card. What's $50, $45? So it's not the most expensive. Booster boxes, this is a crazy thing, right? We've had the increase in MSRP. The booster boxes are naturally more expensive. We can still pick this up for $94, you know, so it's very cheap. And if you can see over the past 3 months, this has dropped from $107 now below that, you know, $100 mark. And I've been saying for the longest time, like, you know, before Scarlet and Violet came out, I was talking about booster boxes. If you can pick any up for $100 in the Sword and Shield era, I was like, do it, because, you know, with the increased prices, it's going to be very hard for us to find booster boxes that are going to be around $100. Well, we are getting them, and I think that's mainly due to these are being printed a lot more. Way more than we have seen in some sets in the Sword and Shield era. And on top of that, they're not the most exciting sets, so it's hard to shift them. So at the moment, I think it's really good. If we go back since its release, I mean, it did come out quite strong and then dropped when it got released. So pre-release prices were high and then it dropped quite significantly. Personally, I think now is a really good time, you know, for any booster box. Don't matter what set it is, I don't really care. If it's under $100, it's very good. Over here in the UK, you can pick up booster boxes for under £100, you know, maybe like 95, something like that. You can pick them up in some places, so keep an eye out for them because that's a really good deal. I myself have bought more. I bought 1 to begin with, then I saw the price drop, so I picked up 3 more. I'm looking to get 2 more, and then I have a set of 6, and I'll be really happy with that. All right, number 3, we're on to Paldea Evolved. Now, Paldea Evolved for me is better than Scarlet and Violet base, in my opinion. You know, we're looking at $100 for this set. It is a tough set, to be fair. It's a huge set, ton of hits in it, but it's fun to open. I really do enjoy opening it, and you guys enjoy opening it on the streams as well. $100, you know, over here in the UK, again, you're probably looking at about £100, just under maybe £95 to £100 for a Paldea Evolved booster box. Again, I think is a really good deal because, you know, with increased MSRP, now's a great time. You know, just had a ton of stock of this hitting the shelves and everywhere. People trying to offload it. Now's a great time to pick them up. I've just picked up some more. So like I did with Scarlet and Violet base, where I went from 1 to 4, I did exactly the same with Paldea Evolved. I'm going to get 2 more for a set of 6, and I'm pretty happy going. But like I say, you can see this set when it came out. You know, we're looking roughly around the same price as what Obsidian Flames is, and then it dropped. So overall, I think it's a good one. You know, like I say, anything for $100 or less or £100 or less is a really good deal. Okay, number 2, we got Silver Tempest. Now, Silver Tempest just has had a reprint, especially over in the US. Over here in the UK, again, we've had a reprint. Silver Tempest is cheap. It is over here anyway. So we're looking at $128, close to $130. You know, with that reprint, we saw, you know, it was close to that $150. And as you can see from the drop, guys, they did actually drop to as low as like 110, 115, yeah, 115, and back up to 130. So it's had a little bit of a bounce back. You know, this is going to be the last, probably the last printing of it, so now is a great time to pick it up. I don't think you'll see the prices drop any further, so, and even if they did, it might be small. I think now is a great time to pick up Silver Tempest. In fact, I think picking up any of the, you know, trainer gallery sets is going to be great, but especially Silver Tempest, mainly because it has dropped in price. So now is a really good time to pick up. Obviously, if you've got Luger as well, is a big chase card. Trainer gallery is good. Over here, you can pick these up for about £100. You know, you can pick up, you know, anything £100 is very good, especially Sword and Shield. Guys, Silver Tempest is a good one. make sure you get a good deal. You can pick up for a very, very good price. But before we get into the final pick, if you made it this far to the video, guys, and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button and make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content, and drop a comment down below whether or not have you been picking up any of these. Are you interested in getting some Obsidian Flames, or are you kind of like, you know what, I'm going to wait for 151? Let me know, guys, down in the comments. All right, let's get into number one. Number one, we have Lost Origin. It just had a reprint similar to Silver Tempest, and in my opinion, Lost Origin is better than Silver Tempest. You know, we look at the last 3 months, you know, went from that 165, we go back the last 6 months actually, so we get a real good view. Look at that, you know, 170 a box, now at 140. So it has dropped since the reprint, which is what we want. Over here in the UK, you can pick these up for about 120, 125 a box. They are slowly going up. I used to be able to pick these up consistently at 110, but they now start to go up. So they are becoming a little bit more expensive here. We did have a reprint a bit earlier than they did in the US. Starting to drop a little bit. So it is getting a little bit tougher to get some Lost Origin, but you can get some good deals. Maybe you can get some for 115 around, but keep an eye out. But I think it's a brilliant set. You know, obviously the Giratina Aerodactyl, massive cards, very strong trainer gallery. This is the set where now is the time. You know, it's had the reprint. It's going to bounce back. It's already shown how strong this set can perform. You know, we could be looking at that Brilliant Stars level. Not quite Evolving Skies, that's kind of a league of its own, but between this set and Brilliant Stars, they're going to be pretty strong. You know, the fact that this set just had a reprint and it's already at 140 goes to show how strong Lost Origin is. So yeah, this is a set to keep an eye on. If you don't have it in your collection, maybe pick some up. At the moment, I only have one box in my collection. I am looking at picking some more up because it is a set I'd like. So I want to go for that 6. Like, I like to keep 6 of a particular set I like. I'm keeping an eye out on some Lost Origin. So there you have it, guys. Those are 5 great sets plus some honorable mentions to pick up this month in August. Like I say, Scarlet and Violet, anything under $100 or around $100 or £100, now's a good time. You know, Scarlet and Violet base, Paldea Evolve, Silver Tempest are really cheap over here in the UK. Obsidian Flames, look, you can pick up Obsidian Flames for a decent price. I've seen places sell them for as low as 100, so that's a good price. You know, even though I say now might not be the best time, it might be cheaper. If you can find somewhere for $100 or £100, now is a great time to pick it up. So you got to keep an eye out. You know, you got to look around, do a little bit of research here and there, but you can pick up some really good deals. But for me, Lost Origin takes it along with Silver Tempest. I think Sword and Shield, now they've had those reprints. Honestly, guys, if there's going to be ever a time to get them, now's the time. If you want to know what my honest thoughts are on Obsidian Flames, then make sure to click on this video right here. And if you want to watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys, that is it from me in this video. As always, you guys are legends. And I'll see you in the next one.